Hello everybody and welcome along to Upper Lusatia. We're in home, that's exciting, very exciting. I just realised we did not get a scoop from the front of our telehandler, that's a shame. Let's take the Massey out first of all. I've noticed that the cows are very dirty. They need to be cleaned. Let's see, any fields ready to harvest? It doesn't look like it. Field 17 is still in the last growing stage, not ready to harvest yet. Field 9 is also not ready to harvest yet. But I've been doing some baling. I finished off field 11. Our combine sitting down here just now. Alright, its header's sitting over here. Not picked that up yet. Got a bit of general tidying up to do to start off with. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this loader here. This loading wagon. Hook this up. If I can even get it out of the shed, that would probably be a good start. How did I even get it in the shed at this angle? Annie, welcome along. I'm doing not too bad. How are you? How has your week gone so far? I can't believe we're on Friday already. That's crazy. Feels like we should still be on Tuesday, but made it all the way to Friday. Wow, not doing well with this today. Okay, oh, we don't have our beacons on. We've got to put the beacons on. Cows health, power food 23%, grass 8%. Need more grass already? Really? That's surprising. Well, there's some for them. That's better than nothing. I should also point out to those of you who don't know, recently I've been running my streams on slow mode, so there is a delay between the video and the chat. The reason for that is to try and improve quality a little bit, because I've just not been happy with the quality we've been getting recently. So an effort to fix that, put slow mode on, see how that works. My week's not been too bad, and thanks very much. I do have some new and exciting content coming very soon as well. Very pleased about that. And I've made a couple of small changes to the overlay. Our counter's not working as well as I want it to. As in the viewer counter. It says there's no viewers on YouTube, but that's not the case. Our chat box is acting up a little bit today as well, but otherwise it's not terrible. We now have a new sub goal as well. See if we can get to 300 subscribers. That is our next goal. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to get the loading wagon. That's what I need to do. This one's at a bad angle as well. I think I somehow managed to put these in the sheds like this. Don't know how to do it. Now my driving's way off today. This is some power food for the cows. Oh yeah, something to give them. Let's have a look at our animals anyway. Pigs are now out of corn, they're running out of straw, they need water. The cows are not doing too badly. We need grass for both the sheep and the cows. That's okay, we can do that. That's not a problem. That is not a problem at all. I suppose I can give the pigs some water. Let's leave this here. We'll very quickly run over to the telehandler. We'll get some more power food kinda made up. As we usually do. We are going to need some more bales, but that's not a problem because we have loads of them lying about in the field. Welcome along. If you have just joined us tonight, thanks for coming along. If you haven't done so already, consider hitting that like button. And if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe and see if we can get up to 300 subscribers. And if you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button as well, that would be very much appreciated. The goal for Twitch is to get to 50 followers. That would be absolutely awesome if we can achieve that. And most importantly, come and say hello. Let your voice be heard. We just need to add a single straw bale in there. And we need to give them probably, I expect, 2 straw bales. So they continue producing manure. I only want 1. And then I'll pick 2 up, put that in the shed, and then I'll give them this power food. Nice and easy, just like that. This is got to be the slowest telehandler I could have possibly had, but kind of fits with the farm just now. I have beacons on, keep forgetting about the beacons. Are part of the hashtag beacon squad, I guess. Let's see, these should... oh, that's interesting. No, that's not where they go. I hope I don't actually have to shred them, that would suck. I guess I'm going to have to shred them. That's fine. I don't know if I have a bale shredder. I don't think we do, but we can always get one. We have a lot of money. Let's run back into the Massey. We'll give them the power food first of all. That'll get that done and out of the way. Always a good place to start with the power food. Let's get this unloaded. That'll be a good thing. Hello there, Caroline. How are you doing tonight? Welcome along. This should give them a full power food. Yeah, close enough. I'm happy with that. It's not completely full, but it'll do. They still need grass. I'm gonna leave this in here. It's, well, basically, I'm sick of seeing the user interface that pops up. That's the main reason. I'm just going to give the pigs a bit of water. Got to look at our greenhouses today as well. Well, we'll start with the pigs. Yeah, they didn't really take much. They're not getting straw, corn, or anything else. We want them to run out of things. Basically, that's what we're basically looking for. You don't want to leave a trough with food still in it. Fattening them up for slaughter is what we're doing. Which might sound a bit grim, but it is the way it is. Ron, welcome along. How are you doing tonight? Steve, how are you? How's your week going so far? These greenhouses filled back up. They take quite a bit of water. Tooth is still sore. That is a shame. How did you manage to break it? Oh, that's Nightbot's auto moderation there. My apologies about that. It's because of the caps lock. Now, how did you manage to break your tooth? We didn't sell the canola that we got from harvesting the crop in the last stream. We've put that in the silos for now, because we have another big field just over there. There we go. Our other greenhouse is for eating a crispy chip. That must have been an extremely crispy chip to break your tooth on. Now hopefully it's sorted soon for you. For those of you who are interested, Rotten Gaming version 2.0 is also a live streamer. There's awesome live streams on Euro Truck Simulator, among other games. A link to his channel is in the description below this video, as well as a link to the Swamp Donkeys Discord. It's a very enjoyable place to go and hang out. Recommend it. Everyone head over there. You can also head over to my Discord as well. It's also in the description below this stream for your viewing pleasure. What I currently need to do is I've still got the buckets for the telly. Well, not for the telehandler, for the wheel loader. We don't have a wheel loader anymore, so we need to get rid of those. Should probably turn that tractor off, but where did I not park this with bales? Okay. The bales went in. Yeah, I'll take that. Whatever happened there. Not a problem there, Ron. It's not gonna let me. It's not gonna let me put these on the racking system, unfortunately. That's a shame. Put them on the bottom though. Let's head down to the shop. We'll pick up a bucket. In fact, I'm not even going to head down in this. We're going to head down in the Massey. There is a way around picking up the telehandler equipment with 3-point linkage. There is a way to do that. So that's what we'll do, because this tractor is a lot quicker than that telehandler. That's stopped by a canopy. And I knocked the wheelie bins over too. That racking is very useful, but unfortunately with the CSZ set, mod set, I'm not able to actually uncouple anything up in the air. It doesn't see the racking as being on the ground, which is unfortunate. So we're going to telehandlers. What we need is we need a shovel, bigger the better. Multi-purpose bucket, that's 3,000. That one's 4,000. we will take the 3000. Not the 3000. Yeah, it was. I got the wrong one. Oh well. Let's sell the wrong one. We're supposed to get the 4000. I got the 3000. That one we don't need. Let's get rid of that. Shop. We need the adapter. I'm not sure what section it's in, but there is an adapter. I think it's in MISC, actually. Let's see. There it is. Put the adapter on the front of this, and we can put the bucket on the front too. I can actually use the bucket like this too, which is a very weird setup, but I'm going to use it for transport. Josie's gonna teach me how to drive. Funnily enough, Josie, it was you that taught me how to drive all those years ago. So, in a way, you're to blame every time I crash into things. That's entirely your fault. I'm accepting absolutely no responsibility for that and putting all of the blame on you. This setup is just weird. I'm just going to stick this thing on the rack too. Yeah, it's kind of sitting on a weight, but that's fine. I listen enough, sometimes. Stuck on a tractor now? Are you actually kidding me? There we go. What I'm going to do is, I guess I'm just going to use the telehandler to do it. It's not the end of the world. How are you coming along, Rotten, with getting hold of a computer for your better half? How's that progressing? Too low. Ah, beast of a bucket, actually. I feel like I should have a weight on the back of this. But we're now in autumn, so we've got all our harvest to do, and then we're going to get snow, I presume. There's a way I can check the weather forecast. How do I do that again? Left Alt and F. There we go. Looks like we might actually make it through winter without any snow, which is unfortunate. It does get down to -2 though, or -9 on Thursday. That's going to be a cold one. This series is a viewer interactive series where we are going through a very quick set of seasons. Try to buy all the land up and become as profitable as we can with the farm. So if there's any machinery you'd like to see, I'm putting that over the ground. It's just typical. If there's any machinery you'd like to see, let me know. You can either let me know during one of these streams, or you can head over to my Discord and let me know there. Am I even able to pick that back up? There you go. A lot of it is actually under the concrete though. I'm not going to be able to get that back, that's a shame. Yeah, that's not working either. That's odd. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, we'll just pretend that didn't happen. Getting closer, got a Corsair keyboard and a power supply today. That sounds like it's progressing in the right direction. I wouldn't mind a Corsair keyboard myself. I currently have, I can't even remember what brand this is. Let's see. See if I can see the logo. It's difficult to see because it's a white keyboard with a white logo. Is that Cananjum? Cananjumi? I don't know. It's Chinese, Japanese type. It's yeah. It does the job. It's sounds like whenever I press the keys, it sounds like I'm hitting it with a hammer, but it does the job anyway. What do we need to do now? We've looked after the animals. We've looked after. Yeah, we need to do some bale wrapping. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to take the Massey for this. I feel like I use the Massey a little bit too much. Let's take the MB. Motherboard, fans and hard drive, and then I think it's done. That's not bad. Are you going for air-cooled CPU or water-cooled? I personally have water-cooled. It has its issues, but it also has its benefits to it, and I don't think I'd have another air-cooled system if I'm being honest. I like the water cooling, even when it doesn't stay where it's supposed to. A lot of these builds we're not going to do silage, a lot of these we're going to use to replenish our hay stock for winter. Now see, this field's finished now. We could even cultivate it and get it ready for next year. These bales, on the other hand, these are all going to be silage. This field's ready to harvest again. I just cut it. Air-cooled is not a high-end car yet. That's a sensible choice, I'd say. Liquid cooling is awesome and all, but sometimes it gets a bit pricey and it's not always necessary. I mean, I, strictly speaking, don't need it, but I wanted it, so it's there. And, you know, I like it, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. I know a lot of people that would never have liquid cooling. We'll get all these bales wrapped, collected, and probably sold today as well. Actually, we'll get rid of them. I wouldn't go in cam either. Not, I may in the future, but I don't see that happening anytime soon, to be honest. That coupled with the fact that my webcam is just, I think it was like £1 off of Wish or something like that. It's not really fit for purpose. Channel name is Dizzy Dips. Feel free to, I think it will automatically block if you put, well, my bot will automatically delete the message if you put HTML in the chat, but if you want, Rotten, you can send me a link to her channel on Discord and I'll put it in the description for my next live stream if you would like that. Still haven't got around to reskinning this tractor yet. I will get to it maybe on Sunday. I have some interesting streams coming up, guys. In the next week coming, I will be streaming from Giant's Header. So you'll be able to watch me rebuild Goldcrest Farm for the third time in Giant's Header, and be able to have input directly at the level of the map editing as well, which I think would be quite interesting. So if that's something that interests you, I will publish or schedule a stream for that closer to the time. I'll also release information on Discord as well for anyone who's interested in seeing how a map gets edited and how have an input into the actual process of it. I do like this MV tractor. It's a nice tractor. I like the older style tractors sometimes. But if you have just come along to the stream, welcome along, come and say hello. And if you are new at the channel, hit that subscribe button, see if we can get a little bit closer to our sub goal. If you're watching over on Twitch, consider hitting that follow button. That'd be very much appreciated. And don't forget to hit that bell icon as well, that way you get notified whenever I go live. I recently have been live streaming, I think I've live streamed every day this week. It's been great fun doing that. That's a lot more than I usually would. A couple of months ago I hadn't streamed in about 6 months, but I went back to it every day. And I'm loving every second of it. Get the rest of these bales all wrapped up. We'll get them picked up, we'll get them sold. Oh, that's cool. It should still be on. Let's see, does it tell me how fermented it is? No, it doesn't. Okay. Fair enough, they must be automatically fermented. That's fine by me. We'll slow time down a little bit. We don't want to hit winter today, that's for sure. I think I needed this field for grass as well, and I've driven all over it. I should have put row crop tyres on. I actually need to get a tractor with row crop tyres as soon as possible, I think would be best. Three more bales to wrap and then we're golden. How has everyone's week gone so far? Let me know in the chat. Let me know what your plans are for the weekend. And also let me know what games you've been playing recently. What kind of things do you guys like to play? And yeah, give me some information on what you tell me about the games that you play. There's a lot of games out there that I haven't played. And be interested to know what everyone else is into as well. I'm not sure why a couple of the elements of the overlay are not working tonight. That is a shame. I think I'm having some just general problems with Streamlabs. I may have to reinstall it. A couple of my elements are just not working at all. And a couple of my settings have randomly changed themselves as well. Not sure what the deal with that is, but kind of go along with it for now. That's the last one of these bales done. And we're not going to put this bale wrapper away, because we're probably not going to take all of these bales as hay bales. We might, but probably not. Let's go and get the truck, wherever I left it. There it is. The truck that can almost turn on a spot. I like this truck. Still haven't figured out how to raise those rear pylons, but that's fine. We will start with the bales in this field. How many fields do I have on this map? I think 6 or 7? Let me see. We've got field 23 and 21, they're leased. We have them for 60 days. So if we count those, that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 fields currently. I'd like to add more to that as soon as possible. I think what I'll do is I'll take one full load of these bales and then we'll wrap the rest of them. That's maybe the best thing to do. We are going to need to keep hold of some of the silage bales though. We're definitely not going to be able to get rid of all of them. Want these preferably stacked right there. Look at that, perfect. Now the dogs will be going absolutely nuts again with that reversing beep. Now how many do we have left here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 bales left in this field. That's not bad. We'll see how many we have from this other field. Silage bales are worth an absolute fortune, as we found out on Wednesday. We do currently have 2 leased fields. Now, although leasing makes it gives us the ability to sort of have a lot of fields ridiculously cheap. It kind of feels a bit like cheating. I kind of want to buy the fields. We are going to need more silage bales to even get a full load. We're 4 bales short out of this field. But that's fine. What I could be doing is getting on with some other tasks while I'm doing this. So let's see we'll get the Massey on the go. If we have a look at our field status, and we have a look at soil composition, we don't need to plough field 11 again, so we can just straight up cultivate it. But before we do that, we're going to fertilise it, because that's going to give us the best chance of success. Ridiculously big tractor. John Deere is on sale. We are definitely going to have a look at that. Slow time way down for a second. We'll actually bring it to a complete stop while we do this, because I would like to change the Ford out for something else, and given that John Deere's on sale, probably be one of those. That's seed coming the wrong way. Fertilizer's over here. Spend a bit of money on that. Welcome along, Dizzy Dips. How are you doing tonight? I'm not too bad. I will also subscribe to your channel after this stream. Let's start here. We'll hire a worker on this. They're not going to take long doing that, so we need to not get ourselves stuck in there. Now what we'll do is we'll take one full load to be sold, so we need 4 to sell. And we'll keep the rest for winter. We definitely need to keep some for winter. It just takes ages for these bales to wrap, that's my only problem. I almost wish I could hire someone to do this for me, but unfortunately I can't. I gotta do other things. Not a problem, Dizzy. I'm sure you're having a great time just now with Rotten's tooth being broken. Sounds like it'd be fun. If you have just joined us, welcome along. Consider having a look at the description below the stream if you're watching on YouTube, where you will find a whole list of my social media links, and you will also see a link to Rotten Gaming's channel and Massey Power Lee's channel, and you will also see a link to the Swamp Donkeys Discord. Feel free to head over to any of those links at your earliest convenience. And if you are enjoying the stream, hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, that subscribe button and that follow button if you're watching over on Twitch. That'd be very much appreciated. That's the last 2 of the bales we need, so that'll give us 4 silage bales for winter. Probably not enough. You have headphones, so you're good. That's it's a good tactic. As Josie just mentioned, this is a viewer interactive series, so if you're interested in having an input, John Deere is currently on sale and I'd like to replace the Ford 4000 tractor that we have. So what do you guys think about us replacing it with a John Deere? I'm not going to be using the money cheat, so we are going to have limited funds to do so, so that rules out the R9 and things like that, but we will be able to afford some kind of John Deere. Just not sure which one. We've not had a look yet. Deciding or reversing just to keep Molly happy. There we go, we've got 122,000 there, 2 grand per bale. That is not to be complained about at all. Let's head back down to the field with the truck. Doing the customary dodgy driving on the way, of course. Oh dear. Drifting around corners, that's probably not good. Our budget is, we can pretty much spend anything because the cows bring in money every night. We don't really need any other pieces of equipment urgently. So, it'll be probably around 125,000. If only I could, Josie. I can't turn that off. No, not without editing the mod completely. But our budget for a new tractor is about 125,000, give or take. And we may have some other pieces of equipment that we can sell. Let's see what we've got in the garage that we don't need. We do need those. I think we're going to get rid of the manure spreader. I don't think we need that. I did buy a windrower, so we've got a windrower now. We're going to get about 20,000 for the Ford. We'll sell that adapter, we don't need that now. We kind of need everything else. So we'll maybe have about 100 and maybe 150,000 to spend on a John Deere, which is not terrible. Let's check the growth state of our fields. Still growing, not growing yet. That's a little bit worrying. This temperature is going to drop dramatically over the next couple of days. Leaves on the trees will also change very soon as well. Oh no, we're going to have 5 bales. I thought we were only going to have 4, but 5's not bad. Not great either, but it's not bad. And if we just conveniently park this here, this should automatically put the bale straight on the back of it. Like so. Easy as that. Well, that one's wrapping. We're going to head over to the Massey, which has apparently finished its task, but it hasn't. I know it hasn't because it's down here and not up there. Let's see. Unload this bale, put the bale wrap away. We don't need it again today. Probably not going to need it again this year, actually. But it can be put away. Where to put it is a question. Well, we're actually going to put it down here for a change. It normally goes way up the back, but we're going to put it down here. If I can maybe learn how to reverse, that would probably help the situation quite a bit. Park the MB track up right there. Warm the Ford up. Now we're keeping hold of the slurry spreader, but we're getting rid of the manure spreader. So we'll use the manure for the greenhouses. think there is actually some manure in here. Right, 9%, I'm not gonna complain about that. Right, John Deere's finished. So back to the farm we go with this one. We'll get it set up on the cultivator. We'll get this field cultivated. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop that there. I do a little bit of housekeeping. This is the header for the mower. I'll bring this over here. We're going to mow this field in just a few minutes. We've got this trailer here which actually needs to go across the river. Do I risk going through that bit? That's not too bad. Oh, my crop. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to put this probably here. That'll be fine. Let's go and find the cultivator. It's over here somewhere. There it is. A little 3-meter cultivator. Adorable little cultivator we have. Quite a busy farm tonight, which is nice to see. Got lots of different things going on at the same time. There we go. Start this truck up. Get these bales put in the shed. So we know that these ones are not the ones that we want to get rid of. Right, let's see. Perfect. We're not going to need this truck for a little while either. So we're going to put the truck in this shed. There, out of the way. Let's go and jump in the Ford. We'll get this away. Eventually, once it starts moving. I always miss the actual exit to the farm. This is our quickest exit from the farm if we're going into the shop. Always miss it. We are going to sell this with the crop in it, even though we could be mean and spread it along the road. Yes. We clearly don't like our neighbours. That'll make it interesting for the locals. But cow manure all over the street. Now let's see here. So we've got 150,000 to spend on a John Deere. Let's have a look at them by brand. just that one. There we go, John Deere. 5% off, that's not bad. I can't really afford a big John Deere, unfortunately. For the 6R series. I don't mind being rude, Josie. Let's see, 224 horsepower, that's not bad actually. Uh, 7930, 250. 7030 premium, that's quite a nice tractor. So what do we think, guys? Do we get the 7030 premium at 203 horsepower? Do we get the JD 7930 at 250 horsepower? Or do we get the 6R, the most expensive of them all, and right of them in the middle of the road with horsepower? Which one's the cheapest? This one's the cheapest. This one lies about its horsepower. It says 250, but it's actually not. It's 220. And of course it's a 730 premium as well, where we can put front linkage on it, front loader attacher. I personally like the premium, but what do you guys think? Buy according to horsepower. Most horsepower we could get. Where was that other one? 6R series. 224. 245. That's probably the best one to get. We got purple wheels on it if we really want to, but we're not going to. We are going to go for slightly brighter rims. We'll go for our front hydraulic. Not that we really need it, saying that. We'll go for standard. $137,000. That's going to basically wipe us out for money. 18,000 left. Let's have a look at this. There she is. That's quite an aggressive looking tractor, actually. Let's see, can we open the door? That would be a no. There is interactive controls though, so let's see. Looks like it's just on the doors. And the rear window. What does this do? Sorts the mirror out. That one will do the same over there, fair enough. What's that nice quiet tractor? I can barely hear that at all. Loads of beacons. HID lights as well, can't complain. Can't complain at all, not the worst looking thing we've ever bought. We're starting to get to the nicer tractors. We got a 6210R. Very, very nice tractor in my opinion. 18,000 left, which is not an awful lot of money. But that's fine, because we have cows. Speaking of, we do need to get them grass. And let's see. We need to get in our mower. And put the beacon on, straight away. That's the first thing. Before we even start the engine, beacon has to go on. Now, if you remember, we did come across we actually came across a free field up the top of the map, but upon more inspection, I found one over there, grass field, that is not listed. It's also free grassland, so we will be making use of those. Extremely useful things to have. You can never complain at free land. That field's coming along nice. Get time started again, because of course we will. He's done about a third of that field. Can't believe you haven't drilled over the beacons yet. I don't know what you're on about. Oh, I mentioned the beacons on the John Deere. Let's get a border for this field done, so that the hired worker doesn't get too confused. So they tend to get quite confused on grass fields. We'll just give them something to prevent them crashing into the fence. Not as much as I normally do. If I'm being honest, I'm not the biggest fan of John Deere's anyway. They're good tractors, don't get me wrong. It's just they're not my favourite brand. They're a popular brand, but they're not my favourite. Well, that's just my opinion. Let's get another edge done over here. Hopefully the hired worker is able to follow what we've done and not get too excited. It's my job to crash into fences and things. I'm not expecting a particularly great yield out of this field. I've driven over a lot of it, and we did just cut it. Let's okay. Hired workers complaining, as usual. Let's try from here. See what they do. Yeah, that one. Where is the deer? Let's get down there and get some of that grass picked up, fed to the sheep and the cows. I don't know why I keep driving through this field like it's a road. I would probably be as well actually putting a road in between here. Don't let me get in your way. Gotta love the hired workers. Clever bunch. Don't know where I find them. We'll get done as much as we can. We are going to at least take the headlands away with the loading wagon. That's a minimum that we're going to do in this field. The rest of it, I'm not sure. We may bail it, we may not. Now, who would have a Creedon cockpit in a tractor? That seems like a terrible idea. It would stay Creedon for like the first 30 seconds or so of being on a farm. Okay, let's just got our first load done. Easy as that is. Not terrible. It's a lot quicker than I expected to be. I expected collecting grass to be kind of slow. Take ages, but we'll see how we get on. Pig health is below 50%. That's all the grass that they need. For 3 days, that will do them up until winter. There's a point actually we're not going to be able to give them grass in winter. I'm not sure how I'm going to find a way around that. There's not really any way to store grass, unfortunately. And what I put in here turns into chaff. Which is okay, I guess. Not going to complain about it too much. Let's go back and collect a bit more grass. We don't need it for feed, but I do want to do the headlands. Get the headlands done out of the way. And this row. This is the row I done, so it's not in a particularly straight line. But that's okay, I guess. Good turning circle on this tractor, I gotta say that about it. Welcome along the stream. If you have just joined us, come and say hello in the chat. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button or that follow button if you're watching over on Twitch. And if you are enjoying the stream, hit that like button too. Let's see if we can get to 15 likes tonight. That would be absolutely awesome if we could get 15 likes on this stream. I need to find a way that we can store at least 30,000 litres of grass, and I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do that. The grass bales will degrade. Grass in this trailer will degrade. If we put it in a pile, it will degrade. Not sure of an easy way around that problem. And it has to be grass and not hay as well. We are going to need hay, but we also need the grass for the cows. Yeah, not entirely sure a way around that one. Let me know in the comments if you can think of a way that we can store grass over winter. Yeah, this area here, this is a big grass patch with no field number attached to it. Connect to the windrower. We're gonna windrow this grass into bigger swaths, make our life easier. Fewer swaths, more productivity when we go to collect it. That field's coming along. It'll take its time, but it's coming along. Terribly small cultivator though. We're probably going to upgrade our cultivator. That's probably what we'll do next, is get a bigger cultivator and seeder. Now let's see. We can combine 2 into 1. This windrower is notoriously a pain in the backside to reverse. Comfortably combine these two together, make one pretty sizable swath. Not done a very good job of keeping the swath straight, mind you, but this is a much better windrower than the one we had. Okay, we've got a bit of random hay in the middle there. I'll take it. Looks like field 7's already been harvested. Looks like the other AI farmers on the map are doing not bad. Has it? Maybe not. Maybe that's soybeans. Not sure what it is. It's not our field anyway. But yeah, anyway, it will be. Will be one day. We still haven't replaced the truck either. We're big fancy tractors, but we haven't replaced the truck. something we will have to look at doing at some point. Gotta have ourselves a pickup truck. Not that the map is big enough to really justify us having a mode of transport that isn't a tractor, but it would be nice. This may not seem like it's doing much, but it's halving the amount of swaths. So when we go to bale this field, we'll have a lot less to do. If I had a bigger windrower, we could maybe even do more, but this is all I could really afford, to be honest. Well, I could have afforded bigger, but this is just the first step in upgrading it, so. So the hired worker's not got much left to do. The only way I can think to store grass is get a bale storage building and bale it as round bales. It's the square bale storage building that doesn't support grass bales. Not sure why not, but it just doesn't. There's a hired worker finished there. Looks like the Massey is saying it's finished too, but again he's left that bit of the field. We're only going to do one more pass on this. We'll leave the last two swaths, otherwise we'll have to move the mower, which I don't want to do just now. There's another random patch of hay as well. Two of them. We'll get this finished up. Disconnect the windrower for now. Leave it in the field. I'm not even going to fold it up, I'm just going to leave it open. We'll get the Massey moved and start it again, and we're going to get on with some contract work, because that's not something we've done in this map yet. Not done anything like that in this map. This map is not actually done an awful lot in this map compared to the other maps that we've done. Massey badly needs a wash. For some reason we turned the engine off on the John Deere. I don't know why we did that, but we did. It's a thing we've done. Let's see if there's a job for us to do here. There is. So we can get better combine. 18 foot for 4 grand. Let's do that. Get this start up. Go up this way and then we'll do the field in lengths. It's given us 25 minutes to do this. I don't think it's going to take us anywhere near that long. Not even close, but we've not done any contract work on this map until now, so this is a bit of a change of pace for us. Earns us a little bit of money as well. Which is no bad thing. For those of you who don't know, doing hired work will get us a favour with the landowner, lower the price of the field, making it cheaper for us to buy, and we also get paid for the work we do as well. So it is a win-win in my book. Now we're not going to do this field in circles, I'm just effectively doing the headlands first. Because, why not? Basically, that's the main reason, why not? I'm sure that really qualifies as a reason, but it's the one I'm using. So how has everyone's week been so far? And what does everyone have planned for the weekend ahead as well? It's almost a quarter of the field done already. Pretty decent start. We will just carry on with that. Got off track. Missing bits. As usual. Yeah, I've just come along. Come say hello. If you're enjoying the stream, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as well. And if you're watching over on Twitch, hit that follow button if you haven't done so as well. And if you hit the bell icon on YouTube or the follow button on Twitch, you will be notified whenever I go live in the future. I stream this particular series every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9 PM UK time, and all the live streams are archived over on YouTube, so if you miss any of them, want to catch up, you can head over there and watch them on my YouTube channel. And also come and say hello. Josie's the only one that bites. I don't bite, despite the name. And this is of course a viewer interactive series, so you do get a say in what we do. I just need to know what that is. You just, if you have any suggestions, if there's particular machinery you'd like to see, if there's a particular field you think we should purchase, or a specific even, there's a specific job you would like to see me do, let me know in the chat, or you can head over to my Discord. The link to it is below the stream, and you can let me know there. If you don't want to get involved with the interaction, that's absolutely fine. You can still head over to Discord and say hello. I spend a lot of time on Discord and I respond to everyone who messages me there. And for those of you who are fans of Josie, Josie is also on Discord, so you can head over there and say hello to her as well if you like. We're almost halfway through this field. They gave us 25 minutes to do it. 6 minutes later, we're almost halfway through. So they kind of gave us a bit long. And because we're running on seasons, we won't get a time bonus for this. So we are just going to get the money that we're supposed to get. But that's fine, still a little bit of money. And like I mentioned earlier, it does also lower the price of the field, which is a bonus. So I think this is one of the next fields we're going to be buying, unless you would like me to buy a different one. But I'd like to start with the fields immediately around the farm. We do have a couple of fields to the north of the map that we've leased. We're working them this year. I think one of them is corn and the other one is sunflowers, just for a bit of crop variety. And there's some hot off the press news. There will be some Ghosted Wolf Gaming merchandise coming very, very soon. And Josie is saying that we will have some photos of it in this coming week. And more details will be released as to when the items will be available for purchase closer to that time, but hopefully it will not be very long at all. We will also, in a somewhat unique sense, be offering customized merchandise. So you will be able to get a custom message on some of the merchandise. Again, details to follow closer time. But that is something that Josie and I have been working towards for quite a while now, so hopefully it will be popular. And like Josie mentioned, photographs will be going up on Discord with the merchandise very soon. Three-quarters of the way through this field now. Definitely getting there. Wish we had a bigger combine to do this. But it's fine. It's not the end of the world. Oh, missed another bit. If you have just come along the stream, welcome along. Come and say hello in the chat. Let us know that you're there. And hopefully you are enjoying the stream. If you are, hit that like button. And you can also hit that subscribe button too, or the follow button over on Twitch. Social media links are in the description of this stream. And like I've mentioned a couple of times, viewer interactivity is a key part of this series. So all you have to do is let me know what you'd like to see and I will do my very best to achieve it. Otherwise we'll just do bits and pieces to earn money for the farm. But if we get some suggestions of things to do, they will be prioritised over the usual running of the farm. And for those of you who are fans of Shamrock Valley will hopefully be coming back during this weekend. I expect I'm doing another live stream on that, possibly on Sunday. I think it will be Sunday. My intention is to have tomorrow off of live streams, but I will be back to it on Sunday. There's also a couple of new and exciting games that, well, not necessarily new. They're not brand newly released games or anything, but I do have a couple of games that I'd like to bring to you guys. Things that have never seen the light of day on the channel. I'm quite excited to bring those in the coming weeks. One of them that I'd previously mentioned, I did a live stream of yesterday, in fact. I think it was yesterday. Can't quite remember now. But I live streamed Kenshi yesterday, and that was quite a long live stream, almost 4 hours I was streaming that game. And the archive for that is on the channel. Josie's asking, did you already get Angus for this farm? No, I haven't got an Angus for this farm. Angus is currently a resident on Shamrock Valley. Would never see Angus if he's constantly hopping on planes between farms. Very nearly done now. We're not even going to get another row done before it tells us we're complete. And for those of you who don't know, Angus is a farm life pony that we aptly named Angus. It was named in the chat. There we go. Field done. There's 4,154,000. I will take that. Puts us above 20,000 again. Let's see. Spread slurry on it. I can do that. Oh, we get to drive a Zetter Crystal. I will definitely be doing that just to have a shot at this tractor. I love these tractors. These are some of my all-time favourite tractors, the old classic Zetters, and the MB track's also one of my favourites. Right, it's given us 10 minutes to do this. I don't think it's even going to take us 5, but we'll find out. I don't expect there to be another job to do on this field after this. But we may as well check, once we're finished of course. We're already a quarter of the way through this field. Yeah, a very quick process. It's actually going up insanely quick. It shouldn't be going up that quick surely. Yeah, well, the quicker it goes up, the quicker we finish. That's fine by me. It's nice to drive other farmers' equipment as well. But welcome to everyone who has come along to the live stream. Come and say hello. Let your voice be heard. And if you are enjoying this stream, hit that like button. So let's see if we can get to 15 likes tonight. That would be absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's been a bit generous with this. I mean, it'll finish by the time we... Why do you like this tractor? Should I get it? The Zeta Crystal is, for me, I think it's a very nice tractor. It's an old tractor, and I just like how they look. I can show you them in the store. I've got a whole heap of Zeta tractors. The older ones I like. I don't like the new ones. This is a new Zeta. They're just kind of a bit generic looking. I'm not a fan of those. They're along here somewhere. There we go. Here's some of them. There's a really old one there, but I just like how they look. These are actually, these are all our Zetas as well. There's the crystal that we were just driving. It's a blue one there. It's also very nice. Next to a modern one. I like their appearance. I like the sound they make. I like the older style tractors personally. That's just my opinion. Not a chance are we going to do that. A 730 premium. That's the same plough we have. It's a 4-meter plough. It would take forever. We're not going to do any more jobs in that field. I'm not ploughing with a 4-meter plough. If anyone wants us to do ploughing, they're going to have to give us a big tractor. We're up to 25,000 now. What's in this field? That's a row crop. That is not getting touched. No chance am I doing row crop. Let's go and find another field. A little bit of change of pace, doing work for other farmers rather than our own fields. I'm driving all over the place here. Nothing new there. There's a field over there. Let's take a shortcut and see what's in it. Oh, the pedestrians here. Where are they all going? I feel like I'm missing something. It's another row crop. We don't want that. The row crop harvesters are extremely slow. What have we got in this field? That looks like oilseed radish to me. It's not going to be very, it's not going to be very, well, there's not going to be anything to do with that field. Might not be oilseed radish, but that's just what it looks like. What do we have here? No, that's row crops actually. Field 22, let's see what's going on with this field. It's next to one of ours. Harvest it. Not with that combine. Oh, it's doing that annoying thing again where it doesn't work. Yeah, currently no missions available. That's fine. 15 likes, that's absolutely amazing, guys. Thanks to everyone who has liked this stream so far. That's our combine. See if we can get like a decent size combine. That's the one we were just using. Nah, we're not going to get a good combine in that field. I suppose we could check field 18. See what they actually want us to do. This is a really big field though. What does the edge of the map look like on this map? The usual end of the world type thing. 16 likes, guys, that's absolutely amazing. Thanks to everyone who has helped us achieve that. That's absolutely amazing news. I'm glad to hear that you are enjoying this stream. If this is your first time watching one of my live streams, welcome along, come and say hello. And consider hitting that subscribe button too. I stream on a very regular basis nowadays. And if you miss any of this stream or any of my past streams, you can head over to my channel on YouTube and you can watch the archives. I record all of these live streams and archive them all. Like a random shed that we're going to park the John Deere in. I've got a heap of fields to look at here. 25 foot. See if we can get something a bit better than that. Power Stream 700, that's the smallest one actually. Power Stream 900. You know what, yeah, we'll do that one. It's been a while since I've used a Rostamash. It's a fair size of header as well. It's not the biggest in the world, but for the size of field it's not going to take us long. It does help if you connect the header rather than just try to drive over it. Harvesting is not the most fun job in the world, but it lets us drive some different equipment that we couldn't otherwise drive, because our combine is uselessly small, and it takes about a week to warm up as well. If that field that is parked as we're going to be ready to harvest tomorrow, I should probably think about like starting the engine tonight and let it warm up. Probably worth doing, because it's it does take it like a good 30 seconds to actually move once you start it. Two of our greenhouses have no manure in them. Our cows, not our cows, our pigs are still very unhappy. Their health is at 49%. One thing we are going to need is we are going to need a livestock trailer. And I'm also going to need a bit of input from you guys. Do we get rid of the pigs, or do we keep them? That is entirely up to you guys. I personally wouldn't keep them myself, but as this is an interactive series, you get to choose what animals we have. I think we've got 5 or 10 of them, I'm not 100% sure, but we don't have many of them. Do we sell them off? Do we get more? Do we just leave them as they are? Let me know. Because that's what we could go ahead and do next, is deal with the pigs. If we're going to keep them, we're going to need to make them a bit happier. And probably buy some pig food as well. Probably be useful. We're not been doing a particularly good job of feeding them. Currently they're not making the farm any money whatsoever. The only way that pigs make money is by selling off pigs. You effectively breed pigs. So you pick a number you want, say 100 pigs, and then anything above that number you sell, and that's where you get your money from. And I think pigs are worth, I think, 3,500 each. I think they're like bales, basically. They're kind of, yeah. There is money in them if you have the time and effort to really devote yourself to them, but otherwise they're not great. And I agree with you, I do definitely prefer sheep to pigs. They take next to no care, and wool is worth a fortune. Wool is definitely worth a fortune, so it is always the option that we sell off the pigs and buy more sheep. But again, that is entirely up to the viewers. That would be you guys. Let me know what you'd like me to do with the animals. If anything, that is. I could always just leave them as they are. This will probably be the last mission that we do, or contract mission, whatever you want to call these things. Probably be the last one we do, because we're in harvest season and I don't really like harvesting personally. Not my favourite task in the world to do. But it is nice to be in a roster mash again. It's been a little while since I've used one of these. Say 100 sheep. I doubt we'll be able to buy up to 100 sheep today, but we can certainly start working towards it. That's definitely something we could do. And I'm not opposed to selling sheep. That's what selling the pigs. That's definitely something I would do. Pigs are only really good for making slurry. That's really the only benefit they have to us, but they're not even doing that particularly well at the moment. Yeah, like the harvester, it could be a hired worker. Well, a good segue from that is I'm looking at getting a dedicated multiplayer server that you may actually be able to be my hired worker. What I would potentially be doing is selecting a couple of people who have FS17 and hiring them onto the farm. Initially I expect it'll just be myself and Josie until the farm starts earning a bit of money, and after that then I'll be looking to hire more people. I think that would be an interesting series to run. But let me know your thoughts on that either while we're still doing this live stream, or if you have thoughts on that or want to be considered to be hired, then you can either let me know while I'm streaming Farming Simulator or on Discord. I will be making a dedicated room for that purpose. I will hopefully remember to do that tonight. And yeah, we can take applicants to the farm. Of course you'll work for free, Josie. You work for free just now. You get paid in minor internet fame. But if you are interested in putting in an application, if you will, to be a worker on an upcoming series, then the requirements for that would be that you obviously need to have a copy of FS17 with the Platinum expansion, because it has some machinery that we will almost definitely be using, as well as the Modern Classics expansion. You'll have to have an internet connection in order to run the multiplayer aspect of it, and you also have to be available at least once a week in order to actually get the live stream or pre-recorded footage done for the whole concept of it. That's alright, Josie, you can keep all the IOUs, you can keep them indefinitely. I don't want any of them. In return for you working on the farm, if you have a YouTube channel, a link for your channel will be added into the stream or video description. You will also get credit for participating. If you don't have a YouTube channel, I will name you, and again you'll still receive credit, but obviously I won't be able to link to a YouTube channel. But you will still get credit, and another requirement is that you have the ability to access Discord, because that's where the conversations will be held for what the plan is and things like that. Because it's much easier to organise these things on Discord than it would be in game. Almost done this, but this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would, and they wanted us to do this with a 14-foot header, which is, it would have taken forever. This is a much bigger header than they first offered us. Maybe 1.5 more passes and we'll be done. I reckon. I hope anyway. Maybe just the one. We'll find out. We'll certainly find out. There we go, that's all done. We've got 28,000. Let's have a look at how much animal trailers cost, because we don't currently have one. We are going to need one. 24,000 for that one. I don't really like those though. We've got this little one here for 1,500. It takes like 4 pigs in it though, it's tiny. It may be the way we go. 24.5 for this one. Actually, I've not used this little one, so we will get that one. And before we pick it up, we're going to sort the Massey out. Is he sitting here not doing anything when he could be working his field for us? The more work that gets done now, the better it will be come spring. We'll hopefully have a lot more fields to work in spring as well. So leave the cultivator there. We're going to stick the fertilizer on. I'm going to try and stick the spreader back on. There we go. Got there in the end. Let's go back to the John Deere. We need to make our way back down to the farm, which isn't particularly far away from where we are. This is where we usually sell bales, just there. So we're just around the corner from the farm, but we need to head over to the shop first of all. Straight out in front of the car. Not the first time, and probably not the last time we do that. If you have just come along the stream, welcome along. Thanks for joining us. Come and say hello in the chat. And if you are enjoying the stream, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you're watching over on Twitch, you can hit that follow button. I stream Upper Lusatia every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9 PM. And that'll be the case for a little while yet, until we get Rebuild and Goldcrest Farm rebuilt, ironically. And kind of put back together so that we can get back to working that farm, because we were making pretty good progress towards that farm. So this is our little trailer that we've just bought. I think it will hold maybe 4, maybe 5 pigs. We'll find out. About 27,000 left to spend on sheep. There's our sheep in there. They're looking fairly happy. Now, is this the trigger here? It is, look at that. I have 13 pigs. We can take 4 at a time. Where is the animal sell point? Oh, it's not that far away. Up by field 18. So if we head out this track and then go straight through the woods at the other side, we should get there fairly quick. I'd argue that we could have got a 5th pig in there. I'd have thought we would have got a pig in there. This seems like the right place to go. I guess it is. Yes, we're... Ouch. We're only getting 3,456 for 4 pigs. We get 5 sheep. That's basically how we're going to run it. Well, we take pigs up, bring sheep back. How many sheep do we have anyway? 5. Well, that's about to change. Or to double the amount of sheep we have. double and then some, I'd say. Because we've got at least 3 runs to do with pigs, so that's 3 runs of sheep. That puts up to 20 sheep. Let's see if we can get more than that, but that's all we can fit in the trailer, so one step at a time. Where's the sheep pasture? The sheep pasture is here. I'm going to presume that this is where I'll unload them. Come spring, that's going to be very beneficial to us. The more sheep we have in spring, the better. I'm just going to pick up our next set of pigs. Oh. So we're going to have 2 more runs of pigs to do. Not the end of the world. Let's just double check. When is the next pig due? 82 hours. Cows are not reproducing just now. That's fine. How many of them do we have? We have more sheep than cows. That will also have to change. We are definitely going to want more cows. The more, the better when it comes to cows. We've got a lot of silage bills to do in autumn. So what we'll do is we'll pour all of that money into getting livestock. The farm's doing alright for equipment now, so maybe we hold off on getting more fields and get some livestock. That will really dramatically increase the amount of money we have. There's another 5 sheep. Got 3 black sheep in the trailer this time. Don't know what we had last time, but we've got 3 black sheep. Two more runs of this to do at least. Oh. I seen that coming. I almost went the wrong way. Hit the fence instead. So that field is almost ready to harvest. It'll be ready to harvest on Monday, in fact. It's got a different crop at the end here though. Accidentally put in the wrong type of crop there. We'll do the same loop again. I think we're probably going to need more hay bales as well to keep the sheep happy. Up to 15 sheep in there now. It may seem pointless that we bought this trailer, we could have just leased a bigger one, but at least we own a trailer. You know, I've got one lonely pig left in the sty now. Over there all by itself. It's a magic pig because even with one pig, it will still reproduce, oddly enough. Don't ask me how that works, but it seems to, so. Let's get these 4 dropped off. Getting a bit of work on the John Deere. It's no bad thing. I think we're actually profiting from this as well. What we'll do after the next run is we will spend as much money as we can on sheep. We'll fill the trailer, we'll pull out of the trigger, and then we'll go back into the trigger and have them deliver a heap of sheep to us. See how many we end up with. But we're going to have, I think 30 plus whatever we buy, but we're actually profiting exchanging the pigs for the sheep. Not by much, but a little bit. 1,000 or so per run that we're doing, which isn't terrible. But if you have just come along the stream and you haven't done so already, consider hitting that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button too. And of course, come and say hello in the chat as well. Let your voice be heard. This is an interactive series, and you have a say in what we do and when we do it. And yeah. You can also head over to my Discord. The link for that is in the description. There's also a link to the Swamp Donkeys Discord. They're a friendly bunch. Feel free to head over and check that out as well. As well as below all that, there is a couple of YouTube channels that you can also check out in a list of friends of the channel. Feel free to head over there and check those guys out. So the one lonesome pig. Up to the sell point. Went off all by himself. I'm sure he was pink in the field, but now it's black. Not gonna even try and figure that out. Well, we've got 30 grand from doing this. This will be the last run we do coming up here for now anyway. So we're about to spend all our money. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to sell them, not buy them. That was a bit of a waste of money. Okay, so we've got 25 sheep, because we've got 5 in this trailer zone, 20 in the field. And what we'll do is buy as many as we can. There's apparently quite a lot. We've gone over price. We can buy up to 60. We now have 55 sheep in the field, 5 in the trailer, and they're going to be hungry and thirsty. We'll get these ones dropped off at the field, give them some water, we'll collect some grass for them. They're probably going to take a fair bit of grass now actually. But while we're not in winter, we will give them grass as opposed to hay. I just think that's the better option. Save the hay for winter. But we do have quite a bit of hay to last us winter, which is good. We do need to stock up on as much bales as possible. And we're not going to get many more this year, but we will next year. Next year we'll have quite... The aim is to have, at some point, purchase a bale storage facility and completely fill it with bales. That's the plan anyway. Sheep field is looking very populated now. For quite a small field. There we go. 60 sheep, that's not bad. Went from 5 to 60. Where is the water trailer? That's the next question. Where do we leave that? Water is significantly more important than food. Surprisingly, we put it away for once. But food's not going to be too much of an issue to give them either. So we already have that grass field cut and ready to go. I don't think there's enough in this trailer. She was just standing in the water trough. That's not bad. It's not terrible. At least water is free on this map, that's always a bonus. It does take a while to fill this trailer though. We will put the trailer away. I've not been keeping the place particularly tidy today. I like to keep it tidy, but I've not been doing it. We'll go and collect some of the grass that we windrowed earlier. It's sitting there ready to collect anyway, so be as well. That's one way to break the cab on your tractor. All these tires lying about. I've already got 4 litres of grass in this trailer. This is another large grass field that doesn't have a number on it. We will exploit that one too. If we can find a way into it at some point. The more fields like that we make use of, the better. He missed bits. Not surprised. Always seems to miss bits. Now, because we windrowed this, I'm expecting this to fill up very quickly. That's the plan. Helps if I actually drive over the top of the swath though. I thought one swath would have done it, but apparently not. Looks like it's going to be just shy of 2. Like I said, that's fine, we've got the grass sitting here anyway. The only thing we were going to do with it is bale it, but it's okay. Plenty more where this came from. Almost, there we are. Kind of tempted to chop that tree down and get used to that part of the field too. Maybe do that kind of thing over winter. As per usual, through the field we go. That's not the right way, we don't want to go that way this time. It's up to the next one for the sheep. It's a shame parking the MB track in tall grass. Wow, that didn't take anywhere near as much as I thought it would. Okay, we'll put this in the silage clamp as well. We'll also check how much is in said silage clamp, because there's been quite a few loads put in it so far. Almost 50,000 litres, which is not bad. Nothing compared to what we had on Goldcrest Farm, but that's still pretty reasonable seeing as we've not actually been working to fill this. Can't really complain at that. Let's actually go ahead and compact this. Won't take very long at all. There's not much here to compact for a start. 63,500 litres. It's already up to 30%. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Probably the best tractor for it. It would have the most weight, I think. Might be a bit between this and the Massey Ferguson that we have. Probably both equally weighted. Up to 80% so far, that's not bad. We'll get this done and then blanketed. Which seems like a good idea. Just get it blanketed for selling during winter. Should be one last pass over. There we go. There we go, one clamp blanket. But I am going to leave this stream here for today, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have and you haven't done so already, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this stream, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, yeah, hit that subscribe button. And if you've been watching over on Twitch, hit that follow button as well. And feel free to check out my Discord. The link for it is below this stream. And yeah, it's been great fun streaming tonight. Thanks to everyone who's come along. And I will see you all in the next one. Thank you all very kindly for coming along. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.